What's up? This is your King of the Night, Vincent Valentine EX Turk, coming back at you with a brand new video. And we're going to be talking about the most disturbing acts a Final Fantasy villain has done. Now, we all know Final Fantasy villains are like Arkham Asylum psychotic. So, we're going to get into why these villains are disturbing. This will only focus on main villains, so we're not going to talk about Verstale or Hojo. Now, let's get started. Now, Arden Lucius Caelium will be the first one to talk about. First of all, Arden Lucius Caelium is the allegory to Satan. As you see in Bahamut saying, you know, those who brought the demons forth, you bring the plague to the earth. Woe to the earth. Not to mention, Arden is dressed up in 1940s, but it's not only the fact he's Satan. He killed his brother and started the Star Scourge, and brainwashed Ifrit, and made the Niflheim Empire cause 3,000 years of war with the Lucius Caeliums, killed Lucius Caeliums, killed a whole bunch of people, even people that got infected by the scourge that he started. And he put the whole world in darkness and let the demons roam around and kill random people, and took the credit as being the savior for destroying the Niflheim Empire as well. This man is sick and disturbing. No one could be even eviler than this man right here. There's the reason why he's an allegory for the devil, because he is the devil. Next candidate right here, Seymour Guado. What should I say about Seymour Guado, except he's a scumbag that has a lot of power, and he's also a religious leader. Okay, let's get started. First disturbing thing, he stalks Nebraska. Nebraska has not having any of this shit, and he tries to force marriage on her. Another thing too, Seymour Guado has killed his father because his father was trying to stop him from doing what he was doing. Not only that, but he lied to Titus, saying that if Seymour were to become sin, it would save his father, and it would never save Titus's father. So he lied to everybody else, as well as turned the world against them, and as well as took religious power, even though he's corrupted as hell. You know, this dude's the anti-Buddha, and he's just a corrupt religious leader who's beyond evil, as much as evil as Arden himself. So, those are disturbing acts of Seymour Guado. Pretty much. He's the true villain, I think, in Final Fantasy X. Alright, another one. Any of the Foul Sea. I know I'm using Type 0 footage, but I don't have Final Fantasy 13 on my, I don't have Final Fantasy 13 stuff on my, PSN. We're using videos from my PSN that I could realistically get, but any of the Foul Sea for their different purposes, whether it's Bar Tanalonis' purge of his own people, meaning murder of all his civilians on the threat that they might turn into Lassie one day, or Cid Arulstein when Cid Arulstein was trying to test Type Class 0. Cid Arulstein not only framed Class 0 for the murder of a political figure, but Class 0 are teenagers. These are kiddos. Force them into a war where kiddos get slaughtered and killed. Because of Cid Arulstein's war, all these teenagers got killed. So they none of them got. I mean, depending on the ending you get. Now, this has a different endings. You get a happy ending or in between ending where Class 0 survives. But pretty much the fact that Cid Arulstein is okay with murdering children in order to test them out, this dude is a son of a bitch. Completely. And even though he's voiced by the awesome Steve Blum, which is Steve Blum plays Vincent Valentine, and he versus Verstale, the fact that this guy is monstrous. The fact he could frame kids, but also kill kids in a war. Look, I can get it. War is what it is. War, but come on, man. Leave the babies out of it. Leave the children out of the war. Not even teenagers. Come on, not even teenagers, mind you. Don't, come on, man. Let's not. No. That's too far, man. That's too far. And instead of that, they want to say Emina's bikini thing is. They want to say Emina bikini is more controversial and needs to be changed. No, the fact that we got kids fighting real wars that could get killed, and like I said, what I believe, keep the kiddos out of it. Then also the fact in Lightning's return, Benevelza, the god of light in that world. Now, a god of light's supposed to look after his people and care for his people, you know. But Benevelza tries to wipe out people and give them new memories, which is not okay. You know, he's a terrible god of light. He's a terrible on the fact that he was corrupted by his own power. So any of the Foul Sea is pretty much... And then there's Etro, who started the whole thing with Caius by putting a curse on Yule to make Yule die over and over. So all Foul Seas in the Fabula Crystoli Novia universe. So let's get to our next candidate, Kuja. Should we say something? Now, he does a little bit of disturbing things, but I think the most disturbing thing about Kuja is his implied rape. Like, he nearly tries to rape Garnet. And then Garnet's 16 years old, and he's about in his 30s. So that's pedophilia right there. You're a sicko, Kuja. And the last, I wanted to save this for good reasons. Sephiroth. Now, Sephiroth has done a lot of evil shit. Not only he AWOL'd in the Shinra military, not only he set Nibelheim on fire, killed Cloud's mother, killed Tifa's dad, killed a bunch of innocent civilians in Nibelheim. Nearly killed Zack, injured Tifa so badly that even Tifa has PTSD, hence why Tifa joining Avalanche, you know. But this man has done a lot of evil things. First of all, remember when you were trying to go after Genova and you thought Genova was a bad guy? Come to think of it, if you really look closely, Sephiroth was controlling his own surrogate mother the whole time. The whole time. All the stuff that Genova was doing was actually Sephiroth taking control over through the life stream. Sephiroth takes control of the life stream. Not only that, he's also poisoned the life stream in Nibelheim, so people who drink water in Nibelheim turn to Sephiroth clones. And then what's worse, he makes his own cult. The Sephiroth cult, he makes his own cult kill themselves in order to give him power in the Northern Cavern. And you think that stops right there with Sephiroth? The reason why Sephiroth's one of my favorite villains, because he is villainous. Sephiroth also goes and slaughters innocent people in the Shinra Corporation, leaving trails of blood, even though it's Genova in the form of Sephiroth being under control of Sephiroth. He went and pulled a Columbine style, sword style, and sorry for that joke. Again, this is an offensive video, so I can go ahead. So it's the offensive jokes is free game, but you know, he pulled a Columbine style at Shinra, leaving trails of blood everywhere. You know, even though it's not really controversial, he killed the president of Shinra because, well, President Shinra kind of deserved it for half the stuff he was being a part of, but nonetheless, all the rest of the murders were just unjustified because they were just regular employees as well that got killed by Sephiroth, you know. And then the fact that Sephiroth sends a meteor planning to destroy the world and rebuild it in his own image because he thought his surrogate mother, you know, what he thought was his mother, did it. Not to mention, Sephiroth takes control of Genova before she dies and fuses with her and becomes these different scary look-alike forms of, you know, these look-alike forms. But it's also the fact that even after Sephiroth's death in the Advent Children movie, if you count that as canon, he poisoned the life stream so bad that kids get sick and they die. Little kids, not teenagers this time. Little kids drink the life stream water and they get sick and they die. They die off slowly. Orphans, and then takes control of the orphans that he plans to kill off in Advent Children. Yeah, this dude is pure evil at this point. The once favorite hero, favorite, go-to hero that everybody looked at, became the most evilest SOB ever. Even somewhat, he's a little bit eviler than even Arden, because this dude started out as a good guy. And then in the Kingdom Hearts verse, he destroys the Final Fantasy universe, causing Cloud to give into darkness and become just like how he is. So he also made the main character turn evil and choose the dark side, which takes a lot to take the hero and turn him into the dark side. And he did it twice, not just in Kingdom Hearts, but also in Dissidia, because Cloud joined Chaos in order to partner up with Sephiroth so he can destroy Sephiroth once and for all. Now, if you make your main hero turn evil, you know you've done some messed up things. Sephiroth, I mean, yes, I get that Kefka destroyed the world, and Kefka is a disturbing villain, but, I gotta say Sephiroth is more disturbing. Then also the fact one of his attacks causes him to send the sun to destroy all the planets in the solar system. Everything but him, which I don't know how the world's not destroyed already. And I get it's gameplay mechanics, but realistically, Supernova could actually wipe out the entire world except him. So, the fact that Sephiroth's willing to wipe out all existence and rebuild it in his image, even after the crimes he's committed, this dude is so off. You have to destroy Sephiroth. Even Vincent said, hey, I have to destroy Sephiroth. I know this is Lucretia's boy, Lucretia's son, but, he's completely off. Sephiroth is completely nothing but undiluted pure evil, no matter Kingdom Hearts verse, Final Fantasy VII verse, or even the compilation. Sephiroth has done really messed up stuff, and may the crystal be with you.